Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to the 10th Game & Watch review as we're looking at Donkey Kong 2 today, the 24th Game & Watch ever released with the date of March 7th, 1983. It was released after Donkey Kong Jr., and I guess it's technically the sequel to the original Donkey Kong, but strangely in this one, you also play as Donkey Kong Jr. as well. It's so funny that there's so many Donkey Kong related Game & Watches and like you hardly ever actually play as DK. He's always either the enemy or you're saving him, but yes, this is another multi-screen Game & Watch just as the original Donkey Kong one was. They are the exact same design, although of course, the color is different, the image on the top is different, but they both open up, exactly the same, identical. One of them's not horizontal, as we saw with Rain Shower or anything like that. And before we actually get into it, you can see down here all the cells because we have yet to set the time. I just like doing that. I set the time on video so that everyone can kind of just get a look at that, what it would look like right after putting the batteries in, giving you a glance at just all the things that can happen in this game. So yes, the goal is to once again play as Donkey Kong Jr., get all the way up to the top there and save DK, who has once again been trapped by Mario. So we're going to press the Game A button here, and we're going to give this a shot. So you start at the bottom left. You have to press up to go up into this area here. And then you have to jump and get that key, which is then thrown up to the top, and you need to then go up there and once again get it again, which will throw it into one of the locks. You really need to look out for those sparks, though, that go across the screen, as you can get damaged by them by touching them with your feet, or you can actually jump up into them as well, which is hazardous. So the first Donkey Kong Jr. Game & Watch that we looked at was definitely more inspired by the earlier levels of the Donkey Kong Jr. arcade game, while this one definitely seems to be more inspired by the later levels where it's kind of, the electricity place, and yeah, I had a guy coming after me, and then going down there also kind of hit me on that spark. It's also interesting to note that, after unlocking one of the locks, it didn't send me back to the bottom. You have to then work your way back to the bottom again, get that key, and then work your way back up to the top. The only way to kind of get a free ride back to the bottom is to die, so, but you don't want to do that too many times, obviously. Like most Game & Watches, 3 lives, and after those are gone, you're out. So yeah, you can't, can you jump here? No, you can't even jump there. Darn it, got kind of stuck. This is definitely one of the trickier Game & Watches, though. it's like I just said, in the original Donkey Kong, once you get to the top and stuff, you're automatically sent back down to the bottom, but the trip back down is just, maybe even more annoying than the trip to the top, so you gotta jump over that. But yeah, now you can tell all your friends that there actually is a Donkey Kong 2, because you really don't see it, and... Really? I'm not sure that I agree with that. Let's try Game B. But yeah, it always looks like it just goes Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., and then Donkey Kong 3. So you would just naturally think that, okay, so Donkey Kong Jr. I guess is intended to be the second one. They just don't really put the number there, and it's a classic case of awkward numbering. I'm just being pushed back here. There's no way to kind of jump and then move while you're in the air. You are forced to just jump straight up and back down. So with all these guys coming at me, I have no choice. I'm just at the mercy, to stand here and do absolutely nothing but pretty much, wait till I can move. I mean, okay, I can kind of do a thing like that, but it's really awkward. And again, you can't touch that spark from the bottom either, or it hurts you. Like, wow. But yeah, you can tell your friends now that there actually is a Donkey Kong 2. It's just kind of on the Game & Watch and very obscure. Yeah, this just feels bad all around. Game B is very unforgiving. What's the worst, too, is if you realize that you kind of get up here, and then you realize that you forgot to throw the key up, and you have to go all the way back down and do that, so don't forget about that. And you really have to make sure that before you drop down, you're not going right into, like, a spark or something. Alright, back to the beginning. What? I thought I was as far left as I could be. Wow, all that effort to get back down there, and I just go and mess it up. Alright, sparks here. So I could have probably moved to the left there a little bit. Oh no! Darn it. Oh, and again, it's one of those multi-screen ones, so you're so focused on the screen that you're on that you kind of forget to look at the other one that you're on your way to, because it's so easy to just get hit by something the second you climb up there. All right, one more try for Game A. Let's redeem ourselves here. I feel like this is exactly what we did with the last Donkey Kong Jr. Game & Watch. It took a couple tries. Something about me and Donkey Kong Jr. just don't get along well, I guess. I've always been more of a Donkey Kong 1 fan, but the Junior games are great too, for sure. I believe that this version of the Game & Watch, or rather Donkey Kong 2, was featured on Game & Watch Gallery 3 as an unlockable. So, Donkey Kong, wow. Donkey Kong Jr. was on a lot of Game & Watches, but Donkey Kong 2 was a little harder to find on Game & Watch Gallery. This is difficult, but I guess that's what you'd expect. Making a Game & Watch out of, like, the last level of Donkey Kong Jr. is going to be more difficult than the Game & Watch based on the first level of Donkey Kong Jr., I suppose. Tried to rush it. One more. Alright, there's one. But yeah, again, the worst part's kind of going back down. Alright, that was actually pretty good. Here comes a spark. Oh, no! Oh, when am I going to learn to listen to my own rules? I pressed up, and then, like, the second I pressed it, I'm like, uh-oh. I didn't look at the top screen before I just did that. Please don't let there be something there. And of course there was. It's just an experience that you really don't, get too much these days. Even with like a Nintendo DS game, there wasn't too often that you had to really focus on both at once. So the bottom screen might be like a map or something like that. But it was never like things getting tossed or moved. You played on both screens at once kind of thing. So yeah, if you've never experienced a multi-screen Game & Watch, I highly recommend it at some point. It's not like anything you've probably ever really played. There's kind of in the train here. All right, I think we got what, 2 more? What? Oh shoot! So yeah, I mean it was kind of flickering in the top corner, indicating that it was going to come, but. I just wasn't listening to none of that. Shoot. Yeah, those ones overhead are just as nasty as the ones underneath. Alright, now before I go up, okay, nothing was there. Bird's kind of being a pain. Okay, 2 more. I mean, rather, 1 more. Pretty much kind of, 2. Gotta go to the bottom and then back to the top. So it's kind of like we got 2 things to do. Okay, now just back to the top one more time. No! See, sometimes I think I press, to the left or right more than I actually do. Yes, yes, yes! No! Yes, and we freed DK, everybody! There you go! There you go. Ugh. It's a great Game & Watch, though. Obviously, with some practice, you can get much better at it. And of course, it has a nice D-pad, just like you find... that's a way to go out. Just like you find on the NES, but a little bit smaller. And yeah, it is just all around a fantastic game. Again, another cool Game & Watch. Definitely recommend trying it out sometime if you get the chance, or if you can unlock it on Game & Watch Gallery 3. Man, remember when games had unlockables? Like, these days they would definitely just be DLC or something like that. But it feels great once you finally unlock it. It's like, wow, now I have a whole new Game & Watch game to play. The Game & Watch Gallery games were awesome. But yes, a little squeaky there. But that is Donkey Kong 2. The very, lesser known brother of the original Donkey Kong. So thanks for watching, and hope you'll join me tomorrow for another Game & Watch review. So thanks, and see you then.